Hello, Blitz fans of all ages. It's me, Plumcastle, here with a review on the Turbo, the Battle Pass tank for June 2021. So it is currently June 12th, and right now the month's not quite halfway over, so if you haven't gotten the tank, you can still achieve it with relative ease. So I think the tank looks really cool, first of all. Let me know down in the comments what you think. I don't have the fire camo that goes on it yet because that's way at level 70, and by then the review on the tank would be kind of late. So you can see here the damage per shot is 160. Its speed says 36. Its rotation is 57. It was weird. It says 36 kilometers per hour, which actually feels right. However, I read online that it was, and on Blitz Hanger I think it was, that it was actually supposed to go 50. But no, it doesn't. It does not do that. So damage per minute for me is 1.8 thousand. I am running a few provisions that do that. I'm running some equipment. However, it's just typical stuff like the HE hit point pool and the extra speed for the most part. So here we are on Falls Creek. This is with what automatically comes with the tank, i.e. I just collected the tank and instantly played it, so you can see I don't have APCR. When I was playing this game, I did not have any extra provisions or anything like that. I didn't even have equipment. I just had what came. I will say I did swap around the consumables just because due to muscle memory, I was messing everything up when I didn't have it fixed. However, it is still the exact same thing, and it's the exact same consumables, just in a different order. So here we are again on Falls Creek. I'm going over to the flank side. You can see I can actually get almost to 50 on a straightaway. However, it really starts to slow down on hills, and it takes so long to reach 50. It might as well be slower. I think personally, I think the tank is entirely too slow, and for sure it is too slow for calling it the Turbo and essentially advertising just how fast this tank is. So you can see here it has a pretty decent gun. I do really like the gun on it. It does have fairly decent gun depression from what I feel, except right there you can see I didn't quite have enough, and we do get a nice RNG shot over onto that VK. So RNG is not going to stay with us for the moment because it only broke the track. However, the next shot is going to go in. It's not as accurate as some tanks, but it's not terribly inaccurate, I feel. It does take a little bit of RNG sometimes. However, from the 12 battles that I played in it today, I just found that it played best in hold down positions because you've got a strong turret, but you don't really want to be in a position where you have to move a whole lot. So you can see here I do lose a little bit of damage because I forgot I didn't have APCR, and by the time I realized, it was too late to make a shot. However, that only affected my damage by probably about 100 or so. So you can see here, it's semi-maneuverable. I just wish it was a lot faster. In my opinion, they should make it probably 55 kilometers per hour with a better horsepower or something, power to rate, whatever it is. It needs to be better because it's just too slow. The gun's great. The turret's okay. However, it just does not move anywhere near fast enough. And you can see there the speed boost, actually, if you didn't know this, will put flames into the pipes there. You'll see that again later in the next replay. So I make an important decision here. I come to the middle towards the M6 because I figure most of them are over there. But that's besides the point. Let's talk more about the tank. It is an offshoot of the Stritzwagen 74, so it does have that turret. It's not the most impenetrable thing ever, but it is fairly solid and is good for hold down, especially when you couple that with the semi-decent gun depression that it has. Now you will see gun depression isn't quite enough to get down into this. Well, I suppose it would have, it's just my shell hit the dirt. So we're going to go ahead and start focusing on the Matilda BP, and you can see this is turning into a fairly decent game. I am starting to play closer up now, but I've also got the hit points to deal with that. So I'm just starting to move up. I'm going to get a nice shot into the M6 as I pull up over here, who's actually starting to push down on my BDR, except nope, I'm just going to get a nice RNG shot into him. Nice there. It doesn't always happen. However, again, the gun depression didn't quite do that, but not a whole lot of tanks could have done that, and it was just a little bit of an unlucky shot. So there you go. You can see the speed boost again. Whenever you enable it, it puts fire out of there, which I think is really cool. And so that was a 1.8 thousand damage game. Top of the team, very solid. And with that, let's now move on to the second replay that I have in the tank where I was running extras. So you can see we're on Yukon. Now this time I actually decided to keep the same consumable loadout because I found with how slow the tank was, I really needed that engine boost. So again, I just enable it instantly. Now you can see I also have APCR this time as well. I'm running provisions and equipment. So it is going to be a little bit better of a tank afterward. However, we do get a little bit less damage in this one, but it wasn't really enough to do a whole lot. So again, I'm coming over to this side. I decide not to push all the way over just yet. I want to peek out this bush to see if I can get some early spots, which there is the enemy turbo. Now, the reload time on the gun is actually really nice as well, the alpha is, and combine that with the good turret that is fairly decent. However, it is lacking in speed so heavily that it really makes it not as fun of a tank. In the 12 battles I played, I had about 1,000, I think I have like 1.1 thousand average damage in the battle, in the tank. However, that's not just me getting 1,100 average consistently, that's me getting 200 damage and then going and getting 2,000 damage, thus making it fall somewhere in the middle. So it's a very awkward tank. It's either when you get it in a good position, it can be really good. If you get it anywhere in a position that it's not going to play so well, it absolutely flops. I also had teams, enemy teams that would just like totally rush me and get away with it somehow. I mean, we did win that one, but it was just, it's a little bit frustrating, especially with these Saturday teams right now. So personally, then again, there's that gun depression. I'm actually starting to wonder how good it actually is. However, the turret does kind of make up for that, I feel. So we're getting some nice shots in the enemy turbo. So there is also the Mangus over there, and I see this Excelsior, I think that is. I can't see. But then I get shot by the Mangus over there. That was a bit of a lag there. I didn't actually mean to pull forward that far, except when I hit the W key, all of a sudden I found myself way further than I wanted to. I don't know what happened there, but that's lag. So here you can see this is a very good position to be. You can see I'm from the enemy. You can see if you move a lot, their turret actually becomes quite hard to hit. So if you're playing in this kind of hold down peekaboo style, it actually plays very well. Also, it plays very well like this where you're at a distance, so people aren't really paying attention to you. However, your DPM is really going to help shred apart the enemy. I feel like it shouldn't be a camping tank. However, I feel here's a nice snapshot, by the way. I just feel that it's meant more. It should be closer, but due to its speed, I feel that it plays best at a like a moderately distant, moderate distance. Not super close because you're going to get absolutely destroyed by more maneuverable tanks. However, you don't want to be so far away that you can't get any damage, so a middle ground is kind of required. So that's pretty much it on the turbo. Basically, be careful when you play it. Don't rush. You don't want to be so far back like a tank destroyer, and you don't want to be so close like a light tank or a heavy tank. You kind of have to find a middle ground, which is kind of hard. Overall, it's not a terribly enjoyable tank. I really think it needs to be faster. However, it does look really cool, and it's a nice collectible to have in my garage. However, would not recommend. So with that, I hope y'all enjoyed, and as always, have fun, good luck, and happy tanking.